Previously on our adventures in the world of The Witcher, which I guess feels like it's been longer than it has, which it's just our normal amount of time, but it feels like it's been a while. The group had sat down for dinner, a kind of feast of sorts, with the traveling troupe that they had met in the woods, and they then joined them for a rather odd rehearsal of their play in the Mistwood Glade. You then explored some more of the glade, questioning some of the children as well as Borsis and Oberhassel, and you learned that while the troop's plan is indeed to move on in about a month's time, Oberhassel understands that the children, having left, has caused quite the uproar in the neighboring communities, and he would like you to offer some assistance in gaining a truce of sorts between the troop and the nearby villages. Now the group has set off from the glade back towards Saints Crossing with all of the children in tow, as well as Julian and your companion Ramin. So that's where we had left everybody, and we'll load back in. It takes a good few hours. It's a little bit slower traveling with a bunch of youngsters who aren't necessarily, used to traveling quickly. And you leave fairly early in the morning from the Mistwood Glade and head back towards Saints Crossing, reaching the town without incident after half day's travel or so.
I think that Kaspar lets the youngest ones ride his horse back.
Oh.
You never let me ride your horse.
You have your own horse.
Yeah, but I never get to ride his.
I don't trust you on it.
I've got the best damn horse here.
Kaspar, does your horse have a name? I don't think we ever asked.
Why would I name a horse?
Why wouldn't you name a horse?
Frost Mustache.
Sometimes you don't name a horse because it has its own name.
I think that no. Actually, even better is Kaspar is gonna look to a random child, just like it's like, what's the name of this horse?
Name it Mustache.
You see, Lorcan is like, your horse is. What is your horse like, Kaspar, visually at this point in its journey through life?
I think that I'm trying to decide. I think it's funnier if he just has a really sprightly, friendly horse, a real nudging, cuddling horse, and Kaspar's just so fucking not.
A really well-mannered social horse.
Yeah, but Kaspar just does, gives it attention, but it's not
he's
doing
not
to it.
He's not a horse boy about it.
He's not a horse boy about it, but he does take good care of his horse. But it's way too friendly for him.
Lorcan kind of looks at this traveling companion animal, and he goes, well, my grandfather had a horse, much the same, and his name was Jersey. I always kind of liked that name.
Jersey?
Yeah,
the shore?
Well, no, like the old horse that my grandfather had. With a Z, Jerzy.
Oh, I was thinking Jerzi, just really.
J-U-R.
Yeah, Jurzi.
Jersey.
I mean, you could spell it. I'm not really great at spelling myself. I haven't really learned most of my letters, but you know,
Clearly.
if you like that name, I always liked that horse, and this one seems of a kindred spirit.
Kaspar turns to Mare. His name is Jersey then.
Jersey. It's a good name.
All right, you arrive back passing through kind of the outskirts of Saints Crossing, and you begin to start noticing people's attention being drawn a bit more to you as you head through the community with all of the missing children in tow.
Get my gnarled piece of wood to pretend I got the, I don't know,
The
arm
the lesson.
ligament of a lesson or something.
I think at this point, Casper's definitely gonna try extra hard to like stay under the radar. Like, gave his sword back to Ophea while walking back to the town and just like sunglasses on. Really doesn't want people to immediately clock him as a witcher, even though like presumably he went on a job. It's like, I don't know. He doesn't want a mob to start on accident.
This is going to be easier said than done, I feel. So,
Most things are.
where do you think we should start? The inn? With Maeve's father?
It's a good call. And then we get plenty of civilians on the way who see us with these flashy new weapons and things, and do our that bargain with what's his name's dad. With what's his name standing probably pretty close to me, Lorcan. Well,
Eagle Eye
Prepared for the
Macklin.
worst here.
What?
freaking Macklin, man.
The worst being
Oh.
the kids are taken back to their homes.
Well, I'm not sure. Yes, actually, I guess so. Maybe that's not so bad for us. Maybe it is for them.
I'd like to avoid that if possible. But
But it would be a bad look if we intervened too much, I guess.
it would.
But we are never coming back here again.
I don't say that. You never know when you end up in a specific place.
If we can help it, we're never coming back here again.
If we can help it.
Easier said than done, I know.
I'd very much like to never come back here again.
Yeah, obviously all of us would, but you know, I didn't want to go to damn Pont Venice, and there we were. It's cold as all
It
hell.
was not in Pont Venice for anything of my own desires. Besides
Hell,
this
if I
job.
never see Tanserville again, it'll be too soon. I'm too old to be trudging around in frozen wet boots.
All right, where are you heading first?
The inn, right?
The inn.
Heading to the inn. All right.
Eh.
I'm going to grab the troop. I'm going to just leave all of the horses because there's too many of them. So,
Man, I could really go for a horse right now. To ride, I mean.
We don't need to eat horses.
I'm saying I should get one at some point.
all right. You approach the front of the inn with the troop in tow, and as you do so, passing through more of the central parts of the town square, a crowd begins to kind of gather. And let's see, we'll get a few of these out just for the sake of illustrating the NPCs around. We'll get a few of those out. People are starting to garner interest, and word has spread faster than your feet could carry you. And you hear a ruckus from the back of the tavern bar room area as Lorcan, you see, begins kind of running down the hallway. You hear his kind of lumbering form as he pushes through the door and kind of greets you all in the entry area of the inn/tavern. He goes,
Lun?
"Oh,
Lun or
travelers,
Lorcan?
is the news true? Did you find my Maeve?"
Not only, but we defeated the demon who had taken her.
Oh, thank you. Where is she? I must see her.
Well,
Oh, here?
let us
mate.
all come inside, and we.
Yes,
Of course.
Back up.
The meal is
I'll
on
swing
me.
the stick around.
Come in. Maeve steps forward. She gives her father a hug. He kind of picks her up and spins her a little bit. He goes, "Oh, my Maeve, it's so good to see you."
I'm gonna keep Winnie, Macklin, and Ambrose close to me.
Okay.
Going to
I'm
be
going
there.
to kind of head toward the
all
front
of
to
all
do
of the
some...
kids the kids who don't have their parents in this town, I'm keeping them close to me.
I do not know why this guy just triggers every sus fucking instinct in my mind.
Which Lun?
Because the other
The-
guy was obviously a shithead, and this guy isn't obviously a shithead, but he could be.
I think that makes sense for Kaspar to think though too, as well as that Kaspar doesn't fucking trust anybody. He doesn't trust parents.
Doesn't trust loving parents.
He'd be a lot less of a shithead with a few hundred crowns missing, is what I'm saying. Or maybe more of a shithead. Who knows? Lun, there will be time for reunions later. She needs something to eat, and so do we, and drink, possibly.
Of course.
Been
You see,
traveling
he's
for 2 days on an empty stomach, you see, and Kaspar's got a limp from where the thing hit him in his knee, and I've lost hearing in me left ear from where he screamed in my ear. The demon, what's it?
Of course.
Fucking
Come in. Everyone, make yourselves comfortable. We'll have
Leshin.
a feast tonight, I say.
What was that? Sorry.
He's too busy spinning a
Trying
yarn.
to remember what the lesson was called. Yeah.
Kaspar
right.
walks just very steadily for 2 steps, then remembers he's supposed to have a limp and starts
I
Ow.
swing the stick like I'll give you a limp if you don't play along.
yeah, he pretends to do a limp. He's not very good at pretending to
And
do
Dean's
anything.
lost
So.
all feeling in one of his forearms. I'll let him be the judge of which one.
Yeah, Kaspar just goes, "Oh," and just
Yeah.
walks.
Oh, hey, take a load off here. You've earned this, and I hand you the stick.
Thank you.
Witcher needs a trophy, huh? Medical care is going to be such a bitch to pay for. Sorry, in the presence of a child, such a bitch to procure. Always try to teach vocabulary. Oh, look, he's moaning in pain. Definitely in pain. So, Lun,
Ow. Wow, this is so painful.
did you say something?
I'm languishing.
Absolutely languishing.
Oh,
That's
good
another
vocab
good.
word.
That's another good vocabulary
yeah.
word.
Exactly.
Kilton, go ahead and give us a performance check here as you're kind of
Is there a begging skill?
this hamming.
I'm begging for
Some-
money.
Look pitiable.
All right.
Begging
Don't
for-
forget to reset your luck. I'm gonna
Oh
put.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
put 2 luck. I feel like I always put 2 luck in
I
my
was going to
first
check.
roll. Oh, go ahead.
Also, it's been long enough that if you have any bonuses from the simple meals or anything,
Oh
I want
yeah.
to turn those off.
Hey, is there any chance I'm adding well connected to this for spreading, being essentially somewhat known in the town now?
yeah, I think you're
My
well connected.
reputation,
Basically,
whatever.
just it increases your reputation until it's lowered. Yeah, basically. So, if
so I
you
got
have a bonus
4.
from the roll that you made.
Yeah, excellent. I'm gonna throw that 2 luck into this, so that'll be a +6 total. Please give me money. 23.
Blessed.
Your 23 is quite excellent, and already the town is aroar with the excitement that all of the missing children have shown up, and with the bonus of your reputation here in Saints Crossing specifically, word has traveled that, the great Kilton is here in Saints Crossing, and so with your exceptional 23, you see that there is a spark in Lun's eye as he's basically kind of just been like half listening to you. He's been focusing mostly on Maeve.
Understandable.
But he has
Fair.
absorbed the essence of what you were saying, and he goes, Of course. Name your price, good sir. Anything at all for the safe return of Maeve.
Oh, you really must care about her. A good father. My father would have at least set a ceiling on the price, but that's just shrewd businessmanship.
My father would have used me as payment.
Buddy. He's just down because of the leg. He's a bummer.
Ow.
There you go. Let's see. How many of us fought? 5? And 3 sustained injuries. That's real bad luck. But hey, we're all alive. So if one of us had died, I'd probably ask for a little more, just cost to send it back to the widow and all that, burial fees, obituaries. They charge so much for those these days. 800 crowns. That divides evenly by 5, right?
Yes, of course. It might take me a day to get that sum. I have to visit the bank. But
even better, take up a collection. I'm sure you've got customers that'd be happy to see you happy.
Oh my fucking
And then
God.
go to the bank, and if they end up with more, we'll just call it, the goodwill of the folk.
Oh my God.
No, it's fine. 800 is a more than fair price. I've been saving up for some renovations that the inn needs.
Now, what would be a regular fair price then? Just out of curiosity, 800. We'll settle on 800. We'll shake on it, but just out of curiosity for the next kid's parents. What would you think a fair price would be? I'm going to hold you to the 800, but
I mean, there is no price for the safe return of one's child.
Sure,
I would pay
but-
anything that I could.
that you could, though, is what I'm saying.
Of course, well, I'm in a more financially stable situation being the owner of the inn than
course you
quite a
are.
few people, but I imagine if someone was wealthy enough, I would pay anything for the return of my Maeve.
Up to the amount you've got, though.
Kilton,
I
I
would
should
debt
remind
myself
you
for
that if you-
eternity to somebody if
Oh,
need
me
be.
too. My beloved
Okay,
family,
that's
my good
what he was
friends
fishing
nearly
for.
died fighting this.
This is like a rock in a hard place.
Kilton, I should remind you that not
He's fishing
all
for
of
Ramin's replacement on his life debt list.
Oh, wait, no, I didn't even consider that. This guy can't fucking fight. Ramin is a warrior. This guy's an innkeeper.
some parents who are maybe less, let's say, fiscally sound and maybe more physically able might. In economics, there's this term called balking, I believe you're aware of, where instead of paying, you just hit someone over the head with a shovel. So,
Oh, well, then
tread with
fill
caution.
my pockets. Except with dirt, maybe. Oh,
What?
balking, that's good. It's like extortion, but no reward.
You could always ask for the. You could always ask for rule
Law of
surprise as
surprise.
payment.
No.
Don't go fucking with the law of
That's worse
surprise.
than dirt, in my opinion. Lord knows somebody gives me a hamster or something, and then I've got to take care of that.
That's how I got my horse.
Well, that's a good gift. Actually, not a bad idea. Somebody's got nothing, we ask for a horse. If they can't get a horse, have them go find one.
The problem with law of surprise isn't that you get a bad gift per se. It's more that it upends your life in the process. But
That makes the gift bad.
sometimes
Not
change is
always.
good.
Our life has
Sometimes
already
change
been
is good.
upended enough. We don't need to be adding
Yeah,
the law of
that's more-
surprise as extra seasoning on top.
Yeah. Plus, can't spend it, so what will I do
you
with
can't.
it?
I've gotten an absurd amount of grain before.
Really?
Yes, weapons, armor.
Well,
It's
if somebody had an absurd amount of grain, why don't they just pay in the damn grain? I don't understand
Because
this.
they didn't
Commodities
have it.
markets are a thing.
Law of surprise is something you weren't expecting.
Bumper
Very
harvest.
good harvest. A
But you
harvest
were
that they weren't
expecting payment, and it is still a payment. If somebody came home to find their kid made like a macaroni sculpture, would that be it?
Something of value that you didn't realize that you were going to have.
Yes.
As long as it's
It
a
has to
value,
be.
I'll ask for it. Bumper harvest, that fine.
Litter of hunting dogs, grain.
Dogs. Oh, could sell dogs. You think?
We're not. I'm just gonna leave that where it's lying.
Which
let the salable dogs lie.
Let theoretical salable hunting dogs lie.
Anyway, enough of that nonsense.
I'm a very curious person.
Wait, is that the episode title?
When it comes to
No, probably not.
when it comes to phenomena in the world, but I've never thought to mess with the law of surprise or attempt the law of surprise just because of how unpredictable it is.
it's better than getting no payment at all.
That
true.
is true.
It's about this time that the front doors of the inn once again burst open with a heavy thud as the hulking figure of the blacksmith Tor enters. You see he is covered in soot and grime and sweat, apparently having just come from his workshop, and he bursts in looking around wildly, his hair kind of, drenched down and stuck across his face. He goes, "Where is he? Where is the little shit?"
Are you looking for me?
I will position myself in front of Lorcan.
I will position myself behind Mare because without context, I fully intended to scam this guy. He could be talking about me.
Kaspar just drinks his ale and watches.
Actually, I'm going to position myself behind Lun and Kaspar.
And Ramin is here too.
Hey, my bodyguard. There we
Don't
go.
worry, I will protect you if you need.
Let me find.
Sorry,
to an
alchemist.
extent. I do owe you my life, but the blacksmith enters in, tracking like dirt and mud across the rug of the inn floor, more so than is already there, at least. Let's see. He stands kind of affront
I'll
in.
just stand over here.
He looks around wildly, kind of getting a grasp of the room. Kind of, there's loud chatter. People are like excitedly talking, and in the corners, everyone's having an everyone is. This is the talk of the town, right? So everyone is quite up and about it. So he takes a moment to get a gauge of what is happening, and then he locks his gaze on Lorcan and begins kind of stepping towards him. You see Lorcan immediately, from the kind of happy, having fun theater troupe kid to he's not excited about this encounter.
I will stand in between them and say, "We will have none of that here."
And who are you to say?
I'm the
Don't
person
get
who
between
saved
a
your son.
father and his son.
I'm the person who saved your son's life, so I think I have a little bit of say in this situation.
Kaspar, I'm guessing behind this guy as he walks up to Lorcan, and Mare is just going to kind of whistle at him. Just try to get his attention, but not really moving. You won't get the goods until you pay up. You paid us for a job, remember? As far as I'm concerned, he's not your He's in our custody until you pay us.
I'm not paying for that little shit. I can get help around town all I need. I just want to show who's boss for running away from his father.
I suppose that we'll be taking him then. I'm sure that will work out. And Kaspar kind of like lowers his glasses to show that he has cat eyes to him.
Throw the stick at his feet.
He'll do that too.
Dead Leshin. Yeah.
After we killed the Leshin, I could train him up good as a witcher. Right, Mari? You have all this. You have all the chemicals you need, correct?
I do. It's just a matter of whether or not something Lorcan wants. He's in a unique position to decide his own fate. A chance not often given to boys his age.
He doesn't have any say in his fate. His fate is mine. I trained him. He's to be the blacksmith. Once I beat some sense into him, he'll understand how good he has it here.
I'll put the staff on the floor, and just a tiny little bit of spark comes off it striking the floor. Like I said, you will do no such thing.
Kaspar, Mari, Kaspar looks at you. Probably just like makes like eye contact and just like probably the only person that knows him well enough. He's trying to like convey asking for permission to like deck this guy.
Hold up one finger to you, like conveying if he does this. If he tries one more time, you go for it.
Oh no! Punch him once and that's it.
All right, I'm going to have Kaspar either give me a persuasion or intimidation check, depending on the vibe you were going for. Mari, I'm going to have you do specifically intimidation. And
oh God, I'm so bad at intimidation.
Sparks on the staff, bro, man. You knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
It has to be
pretty- that's
intimidation.
pretty-
That ain't grooming in style.
No,
and
it's
Kilton,
not.
I'm going to have you go ahead and do a persuasion or charisma,
Is
depending on...
intimidation even a skill?
It is.
It's
It's not under an
willpower.
empathy, though. It's...
Oh, it's under will. Okay,
Ooh.
I'm better at intimidation than I thought I was. Then
Sorry. Is that for you cut out? What were the two?
Oh, charisma or persuasion. Your choice on the
Oh,
vibe that is
yes.
Kilton is taking.
15. Damn it.
This opportunity that up to.
Is that a double crit, or is that just...
That's just a really
okay.
high crit.
So, Mari,
I would have been
you
really
do
good if
not
I had rolled a
succeed.
2. Yeah.
You get the impression that perhaps Tor the blacksmith did not even see the sparks, and maybe just didn't quite get the vibe that you were intimidating him.
He has no idea I could absolutely incinerate him without
I see
poison
sparks
moves.
all day, every day as a blacksmith. Like, he's probably not even worried. Oh, yeah. Oh, sparks. What are you going to do with sparks?
I could
Burn
suck
my forearms.
I could wring every ounce of moisture out of his body before he even fucking moves.
I think that I also get a bonus because I am hated/feared.
That's true, although you
intimidation.
have specifically said you've disguised yourself to not look like a witcher, so I'm going to say you probably don't have that at the moment, since you are successfully hiding your eyes and sword.
When I did, like, when I was talking about, like, taking Lorcan, I did reveal that I was a witcher to him.
All right, yeah. Then you will have that bonus.
Okay.
So, yeah, Kilton and Kaspar, you both succeed, so that's 2 out of 3. So you do, between Kilton's persuasion here in the bar room, kind of controlling the crowd, essentially, and Kaspar's intimidation, critically succeeding, you do notice that with that reveal of you, your witcher self, I think Tor did know you were a witcher before, so, but to the rest of the crowd as well. He takes a bit of a step back, kind of looking around at the crowd here. Everyone was like in a great mood, and like this has like Feel the mood. Everyone is like, oh gosh, this guy. Yeah, okay, God, all right.
This fucking guy.
Yeah.
He could just stayed being an asshole in private. He had to come and do it and ruin her fucking
make a
vibe.
scene. Yeah. He takes another step back and he says, "Fine, but you ain't taking my son back out of this town. This will come down to the council." And he turns and makes his way back out in a hurry from the tavern.
Should I go talk to him? I feel like I could talk him down from that.
You're welcome to try.
Yep.
Yes,
I
Lon
figured
kind
out how reputation works with influencing skills. It's 1d10 plus will plus reputation level. And if I succeed against the other person's, I don't know, something. I'll have to
Probably resist coercion.
read it over again. You'd think it would just say that, right? Oh, well. Maybe they may. Oh, both parties roll it. Okay. If I succeed, then I get a +3 to influencing skills relating to the reputation ongoing with that person. So
If anybody can, it would be you. Do you launch back up?
sure. Yeah. I'll bite that bullet and have to go talk to that asshole.
You're right. You're right, Kaspar. Kilton does back up. I'll go with him.
Lun, thank you for being a better father than that dick. I'll just walk out.
All
I
right.
don't think it's wise for Mare to go with Kilton. I don't think she has the physical.
I'm not
Thank you,
scary
Kaspar.
enough.
I said I'll go.
I'm not scary enough, I know.
I'm going with.
I'll stay here and babysit.
I meant Ophea if I said Mare, sorry.
I have a plus fucking base 12 to intimidation.
Nice.
I just rolled really badly.
Sometimes
what
that
is my will?
happens.
You have a higher intimidation than me, though.
Yeah, but you have your
Right.
reputation to go
So-
with it.
Ophea and Kilton, you exit the tavern. At this point, it's still probably only like 1 o'clock or so, maybe a little bit later, midday. Most of like the townsfolk are still out and working. These are just kind of the, central people that are gathering in the inn. You look around and you see that Lun has kind of lumbered and is kind of angrily standing over by the cart here. He is talking to a kind of tall woman, probably about 6 foot. She's wearing kind of like tall leather boots and seems to be like a fairly high-to-do type person with, for this town at least, nice enough clothing. It's a little challenging to overhear exactly what they're conversing, although Tor's voice does carry a bit more. I'm going to have Kilton and Ophea both give me awareness checks.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, very nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Where
Lots
is he,
of good
girl?
crits
Where is
early
he?
on. You both succeed, Ophea even more so. Kilton, you are able to basically overhear the general gist of this conversation. It appears as though this this woman is another member of the business council here in Saints Crossing, and you can hear that Tor is saying essentially that, who is this group of people to come into town and start kind of, being showmen and all of a sudden just magically saving the children. There's something off about it. I want them in front of the council to explain themselves and what happened. You hear her, and her voice is like, it's not loud, but it kind of projects, and it's because she's facing towards you. You can hear her say, "Tor, I understand you're upset, but Lorcan is nearly an adult at this point. He can make his own choices, and honestly, we've all turned a blind eye to your shop for long enough. Maybe it's time you just let this go." You can see he starts kind of fuming at that a bit more. And he begins to kind of turn and walk away from her. As he does so, he says, "No, I want them in front of the council. I want to know where Lorcan was. There's something off about all this." As
He's the only one
he
who knows
begins
he made
to
up the
walk
lesson.
away, Fea with a 31. You can hear under his breath, he kind of mutters, and he essentially says that he says that. What does he say? Trying to figure out how he phrases this. He mutters under his breath. He goes, "All these fucking well-to-do people. I've covered up enough of their secrets. All for what? Bits and bobs? No. No longer." And he begins to... He kind of turns, he sees you, and begins pushing towards you, and presumably heading past you to go towards his workshop.
I'm gonna like step kind of in the way and sort of body check him.
Give us a contested physique roll. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh god, body, physique. I'll put 2 luck into this.
Ooh, nice. All right. He goes to kind of like, he sees kind of what you're doing, and he goes to kind of just like plow over you essentially, and you just like stand solid as he kind of like clips into you and kind of staggers and almost like falls to a knee before he kind of catches himself. He goes, "What's the problem with you? You come here, you get all up in my business. Now you're bringing back my son, making these stories. I know that lesson wasn't real. God damn it. I know it."
And you can't tell a person, you can't tell a soul, or you're the damn liar of the town. You're already the guy who beats his kid. Damn near an adult. You want to be the liar too?
I don't know what game you're playing coming here, but you better watch your back, friend.
Is that a threat? You threatening me?
No, just saying. Bad things sometimes happen to people who aren't welcome.
Right. And you're welcome here then. You loved by the business council? You a beacon of this community, or are you a pariah in your own town?
My family has been the blacksmith here since Saints Crossing was founded. This city was built by my family.
Every nail and every board, huh? And it dies with you if your kid doesn't go into the damn business. Well, other people can make nails.
Yeah, but other people ain't been trained by me for the last 15 goddamn years.
I'll learn something new. It's not a waste of time spent with your son, is it? Don't tell me you didn't learn anything teaching him.
I learned a lot more patience than I had, and I still don't got a lot. Let's just say that. Now,
Well, you've been talking to me this long. Seem patient enough. Any for your thought? Oh, take out a little, there was some kind of coin you could break in half, right?
Yeah.
I remember in one of the books, just take a piece off.
Oh my god, I forgot that's so specific.
Yeah, when they went to the circus or whatever.
Oh,
with that
Perforated
God,
rings,
yeah.
yeah.
What book was that?
I don't know.
Oh my god, it was when Siri was in the city with Yennefer.
When I found
and
out
she saw
Pieces of Eight was actually like I don't know.
she saw
Piece.
the it was a fake wyvern in a cage.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, they were in
Carney show.
Okay, this was my bad. Anyway, I'm gonna hold it up to him like I'm going to give it to him, and then I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Ooh, all right.
Sorry to kill the tension by mentioning a book moment, but
Yay! Violence!
well, was it bad things happen to people who aren't welcome in this town? Surprise, bitch.
That's you!
Hilton's the most welcome motherfucker in this
I don't know
town
what
right
to
now.
do there. I mean, I do know what to roll, but like, are we in initiative or what are we doing?
I'm going to say, I mean, he wasn't necessarily, I guess it's not a sneak attack. So yeah, let's roll initiative first, just to see.
Yeah, I didn't distract him that good. I said penny for your thoughts and then punched him in the face. I think
Yeah.
anybody could see that coming.
Hilton, we were supposed to make it look like an accident.
Yes, it is. He threatened me. I accidentally hit him in
He
the
ran
face.
into my fist.
Yes.
He ran into my fist 10 times.
I'm gonna fall on the ground and start crying, and you need to come to my aid. No. Do the old soccer move. All right.
Oh my
what are we doing?
God.
Sorry. Initiative. Yes. Blah 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 blah. Initiative.
Nishi.
All right, Kilton, you are indeed up
I mean, I
first.
hope this guy's got some real commoner stats. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
All
That is
right.
a one. Shit, kicked, man. It's more damage to kick.
It is a lot
All
more
right,
damage to kick.
1d6 plus 2. How do I fucking hit him? It says what the damage it. See hand-to-hand table. Doesn't it say what the fucking... Probably brawling, I would imagine, right?
I think it's a brawling skill. Yeah, I think it's in a weird spot, like most things.
It's not in combat.
No, it's like up with
Just
your
like
stats.
reputation to influence verbal combat wasn't in the verbal combat section, which is why I never knew about it. All right, what should I roll?
Let's see. I think it's just going to be a brawling check. Let me go. And then if you do successfully hit him, then your damage is like it's 1d6 plus something based on your body. I have to find that chart.
Yeah, in the hand-to-hand table on page 48, I have
48,
1d6 plus 2 because I have 7 body. Rolling. I really need this first punch to hit. I'm going to put the rest of my... I know I'm using all my luck before the fucking... Like, at less than an hour into this, but whatever.
Worth.
Fuck yes. All 22s today.
All right, 22. That is a good punch. He's gonna... Let's see. He's not really built for fighting, so he's gonna go ahead and just
That's what
try
I was hoping
I
for.
would hope
Dodge.
so.
That's what I was hoping for. And I am, actually.
Yeah, he's gonna just attempt to dodge it. We'll see if he can do it. Nope. Go ahead and roll
Nice.
your damage, and you said your body was 9
7. So 1d6
7.
plus 2.
plus 2, yeah. All right, 6 damage.
Oh. And then I realize what I've done.
Oh,
Well,
fuck. My paycheck.
my paycheck.
He was never going to pay us.
You
No, probably
was-
not.
We
He was
stole
never
from
gonna
him. It
pay us.
We
doesn't
just want
matter.
him
I
to
knew he
not-
wasn't going to pay us. That's why we stole from him. That was our payment up
That
front.
was our payment. Yep.
That was
what kind
always
of
the
punch
plan.
does Kilton come in with here?
I think a unwieldy punch that becomes a very focused and specific, like trained punch from like the back of his mind from like decades ago, and then just like a pure like look of shock on his face, like what the fuck did I just do? Well, at least I've got 2 pennies.
All
Somebody
right.
accidentally gave a shit. Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't actually begin combat. There we go. Oh, that's so loud. All right. Anything else, Kilton?
No, that's it.
All right.
Stand my
Ophea,
ground. We're
you
committing
see
to this.
As
You fisticuffs.
the blacksmith tour gets socked in the face and staggers back a little bit, you see blood begins to kind of trickle out of the corner of his mouth and down his nose. What are you doing, Ophea?
Hold me back. Hold me back.
I was trying to look in the hand-to-hand table to see if there was. I'm going to step over here, I guess, and
Oh, we're gonna jump
I'm trying
him?
to find. No, I was gonna just kind of do like a leg sweep and try to knock him on the ground.
Absolutely, yeah. So that, let's see.
I think that'd be physique.
I think you might have to. Well, let's see. I would hand wave it a bit because I think there's like to trip somebody. I think you have to grapple them first. Trip.
That's
you can make
right.
a kick the target's legs out from under them and kick them prone. If you succeed, yeah. So it's basically you just do a brawling attack, and you're saying yes, you would try and attempt to kick him and kick his legs out from under him. So if you succeed on the attack, it would do your kick damage as well as trip him.
Okay. I'm not very good at any of this, so I'm going to put a little bit of luck into it.
Sure.
Here we go.
Ooh,
Oh, I found
Faya.
the fighting in-depth combat, page 160.
Ugh.
Okay.
22
Holy
is
shit.
going to be hard to beat for him again. He's not, once again, and this is an extra defense. He's going to actually try and reposition, I think. And even with a pretty decent roll on the die, it's not going to be enough. Go ahead and roll your damage. It's 1d6 plus 6, I believe, for... Well, actually, what's your body stat? Your body stat's probably... That's 6, so that's plus 4. I don't have that table up on in front of me, but I think it was...
6.
God, there's so
Yeah,
much
but
to
I'm trying
do
to
for
find it.
wrapsing. Grapple,
Having-
pick
having
him up and
a,
throw him. Choke. What if I just started choking this guy out? Holy shit.
You could script an entire wrestling movie just with the Witcher RPG.
Oh my god.
Wrestling ring arc.
Tournament arc.
Tournament
All right,
arc.
Faye, you're going to go ahead and give us that damage roll.
Oh, yeah. 1d6.
Plus, I believe it's 4 for your body stat for a kick.
So 7.
7 damage. Pretty good. And he is knocked prone. Oops, he's not invisible. Where's my stats? There we go. All right. You come in and sweep his leg out from under him. He is a fairly large, well-built laborer. I mean, he's a hardworking man, and he is built like it. And so you come in and kind of kick the back of his knee out. You hear kind of a bit of a sickening crunch as his knee kind of like cartilage kind of shatters a little bit there. And I believe, actually, Kilton, I didn't... You, I think, got a critical on him, and I think
No.
Ophea did
Ophea
too.
did. No,
So-
just Ophea.
Some additional damage. I think it's a minor, right? Because his was only 11 and yours was still 22.
Oh shit! Oh, nice.
Oh,
I didn't know.
damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I needed
Are we
to.
hospitalizing this
They were
fool?
kittens, I didn't know.
Dude,
yeah, we are.
sickening crack usually doesn't mean like
Yeah.
a good
That's just
fun
the noise
time.
his skin makes when it receives a minor bruise.
I don't think there's a critical table for
Yeah.
hand-to-hand combat because it's non-lethal. But I'm gonna say
Yeah.
because you did do crits, I'm gonna do. Let's see. Anybody have the minor?
I just thought he might have had some graham crackers in his pockets or something.
No, my crackers. My old baguette I was keeping there.
Oh my god.
It
Consider
takes
that
a crit to
deadly
break an
weapon.
old baguette. Oh, there we
let's
go.
see.
You could
Simple
crit with an old
critical.
baguette.
You could
Uh,
crit with an
Critical
old
table,
baguette.
simple critical would be the I would have to roll 2d6 if we wanted to. All of these would be pretty nasty, but I could do it.
I'm just gonna have you, yeah, because those are like the we don't necessarily need the effect. It would just be for the damage bonus. So I think both of those
Oh.
are.
+3.
I think it'd be +5, right?
Oh yeah. Complex beat defense by 10, bonus damage 5. Obviously, we're not gonna like fucking rupture this guy's spleen
Yeah.
with a single
So-
kick to the back of the leg.
Actually, so Kilton, your punch comes in and like cracks him in the face on the nose, like clearly breaking his nose a bit. Does a decent amount of damage, and then Ophea comes in and kind of kicks the back of his knee, and he is down. He is out. You see, he falls to the ground, and it like kind of hits his head on the ground as well, as he staggers back and just kind of like 1-2 combo. You guys lay him out.
Oh, God.
completely.
Man, we're kind of badass. I look around for witnesses.
There's people everywhere. Like people have been in the inn and everything. You see, there's a merchant guy here. There's like some farmers and stuff. Like it's the middle of
That'll
the day.
teach you to threaten a lady's life, you bastard.
I don't you know what, I don't think that's gonna
Can
You never
I
know.
can I do a
He whispered to us a threat
can I
right
do a
before
first aid check
we
to
did
see
that.
if he needs medical attention, if we should just drag him home?
he looks like he's been beat up fairly badly, but it's non-lethal damage, so like he'll live. He's probably gonna have a bit of recovery, but he's just knocked out. He's kind of groaning in the muddy dirt here in front of the inn. The townsfolk aren't like that worried about this, right? Like, it's the front of the tavern. People get in fights fairly regularly here. Like,
this was a relatively fast, easy one.
Yeah, and like they also recognize like Tor is, he's known to come to the tavern and get drunk and get in fights with people. Like, he's not exactly.
This is just a typical Tuesday.
All right, on to Frostbeard you go, you fat fuck.
All right, you hoist him up over the back of Frostbeard. While you guys do that back in the inn, Lun has gotten everyone a lovely dinner or lunch going, and you see Lorcan kind of hunkered down next to you, Mare, as he kind of goes, oh, man, that's so embarrassing. I don't want to stay here. I don't know if I should have come back.
We needed to show people that you left of your own will. You weren't kidnapped, that you weren't spirited away by some monster or some spirit. So you can walk out of here with your head held high and your own intentions and go wherever you want in the world.
I guess that's fair. I've never been good at standing up to him, and it just brought back a lot.
I'm sorry, but that's why we're here.
Lorcan. Kaspar kind of saunters over to them.
And he kind of turns and goes, yeah, what's up, Kaspar?
Oh, he's so cute.
May I speak with you?
Yeah, of course. Here, privately?
Privately.
Yeah, sure. He stands up and kind of, walks around the table and he goes,
come with me. Kind of just like gonna lead him out back. I'm assuming this dead body isn't here anymore, right?
No, they just left him there. No, yeah, they cleared up. You do see there's still like a bit of blood stain in the mud and like on the doorstep and stuff, but Florence is not here either.
Lorcan, do you know what a witcher does?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the stories, and you fight monsters and kill things.
Have you heard of cat witchers?
School
of the cat.
I've heard of them. I know there's different like houses or classes of them. The different witchers. I've heard of the wolf witchers and of course the griffins up here in the north.
Cat witchers are a little bit different. We don't have a set place to land. But because of that, we are harder to track down. We can take jobs that most witchers wouldn't take. You see, I like to kill monsters, not just the normal variety. Sometimes monstrous humans have to go down.
So you're saying you're like an assassin?
In a way. I could make your father disappear.
I'm gonna kill your dad for you.
Yeah, I was joking about that, but
I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be disrespected by your parents and to be despised by your own father, not knowing why. If you want me to kill him, I will. For a price,
I don't want that, Kaspar. I don't want that. He's not a good man, but I just don't want to see him again. I just don't want to be here for the rest of my life. I don't want to have to deal with that anymore. I don't want to have to think about it. I don't want him. I don't want anybody to die. But I just don't want to have to be the one that has to be around him all the time, you know?
I don't think that the world would suffer any if he did die.
I don't know, maybe not. Probably not, but I mean, I don't think the death of anybody ever made anything better, you know? Before my mom died, my dad was different from what I remember. I mean, I was still young. I was only 4 or 5, but I remember how happy he was when he would see her, and well, when she died, he changed. I guess what I'm saying is I don't think that anybody's death brings good things or bad things, maybe even, I don't know, but no, I don't want him to die. I just don't want to be around him anymore. But thank you, Kaspar. I appreciate it. I'm glad that I found friends. All my friends, and I'm excited for the first time in a long time for what's ahead. And I'm glad I met you and your friends, because it shows that you can make a life for yourself beyond what maybe others expected of you.
Casper's like speechless. He just kind of stands there for a moment and says, then like kind of like shuffles a little bit and finally says, I'm glad that you have so much hope. Don't lose it. If that's the last thing that you have, if that's the absolute last thing you ever have, don't lose your hope that things could get better.
Thank you, Kaspar. Kaspar, your medallion begins vibrating intensely.
I didn't catch what you said. You cut out. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Kaspar, your medallion begins vibrating intensely.
I immediately whip my head around and look around. What's causing it?
Mare, inside the tavern, the sound of the clamor of the lunch rush and everyone's excitement is, a cacophony around you. Go ahead and give me one of your magical awareness checks, the ones that you have.
It's fucking him, isn't it? Magical training.
Something. I was like, no, this kid's gonna die. This kid's gonna die.
This kid dies. I'm gonna be so fucking sad.
It's like, if this was a novel, this would be like almost 2 on the nose that this kid's gonna die.
23, Mare, excellent. And yes, Mare, you feel a wave of chaos energy, magic kind of wash over you, and it kind of ripples through you almost, right? Like a tidal wave, kind of like pushing through you. It's intense and uncomfortable.
Where did it come from?
As
Where'd it
you
go?
notice this, at the same time, unwittingly, with the same time as Kaspar's medallion begins to vibrate, I need all of you to make me, including Ophea and Kilton outside, a magical resistance check.
Resist magic.
Ooh.
It's the first time we've ever rolled this. I'm gonna put a luck into this.
Resist magic.
I'll put 1 point.
Willpower.
Ooh, Ophea.
Oh.
I'm gonna put 2 luck into it.
Man, I wish I saved some luck. Oh, well.
Please. 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 Please.
All right.
Oh, some of us might be in for a bad time.
Almost all of us. Almost
Mari,
all
I
of
have
us.
to put too many points into resist magic. Moon, be like, reap what you sow.
I never said I was mad about putting points into
Willpower,
resist
your-
magic.
I must have got it mixed up with some other obvious skill.
I'm putting all of my points into that as soon as we're done.
Mare, you feel this
never.
weird
It's an
wave of
extended
energy
skill.
wash over you with your magical sense, and in like a split second, you suddenly feel that wave sort of intensify, and you're able to sort of just like stave off that like burst of chaos magic within you, and you are safe. The rest of you feel this wave suddenly hit you. Those of you who are not magical or have magical medallions feel it kind of hit out of nowhere, like being hit by a wave from behind, essentially. And you suddenly feel the markings on your arms begin to sear, red hot feeling almost. And your mind is just suddenly not yours any longer. You see darkness at the corner of your visions. You start to feel difficulty breathing. And you also begin to hear like the occasional like screams throughout the village, as though it appears to have affected anyone in this area that has these similar markings. You all, those of you who failed, take 10 points of damage, kind of mental damage, essentially. To
Did I pass?
Yes, you pass. You don't take any. You have staved off this wave, kind of, holding yourself against that magical force.
Sorry, what
And
did we take?
10 points of damage, sort of essentially mental damage, as you feel your you all start to like feel your nose and like ears start to bleed a bit as
Can't add my reputation to this. Do you know who I am?
Oh my god, it's like scanners.
Did we notice if any of the kids had marks?
You had already checked, and none of them appeared to.
None of them had marks.
However,
Okay,
you
cool.
have noticed a few people around this village that have kind of like, you've noticed them covered up, but you've
lots of conspicuous bandages, lots of conspicuous kitchen knife accidents recently.
exactly, yeah. And you do, as this wave washes over you, and you all kind of stagger and start to feel like, this immense headache and this like clouding of your vision and difficulty breathing. Your noses start to bleed, and you hear kind of screams throughout the village as though this is happening to anyone who is marked. And with that, we are going to wrap up for now.
Oh,
Man.